Hello, YouTube. Hello, soul family. Hello, friends. A lot of some of my closest friends I've made on this while making this channel, which has absolutely been worth it. I've certainly gotten away from making more videos on here, but today I feel like making another one, and I've just been sitting here stewing about something. With self-confidence. It's I'm almost getting emotional about this because can I see the beauty in everyone now? And to watch somebody put down a divine creation of God and Gaia, to talk disparagingly about themselves, as if they're not a perfect creation of the divine. It hurts. It hurts to watch. I feel their pain. I know what this feels like. When I was in my, maybe 19, 20 years old, I wouldn't walk around with my shirt off. I walk around with my shirt off more than I did when I was that age. And at that time, I was in fantastic shape. Like, unbelievably good shape. I was a distance runner. I was working out all the time. I was in amazing shape. I should have been proud of what I've sculpted and fine-tuned the divine's creation. But I wasn't. I was conditioned to be ashamed of the body that I own, the body that I'm inhabiting. And the reason this starts is because we start associating with the body. We start believing we are the body. You know, some people do this, associate with their vehicles. But I think it's pretty crazy to take your self-worth from the vehicle that you're driving. I realize that there are people that do this, but it's asinine. It's ridiculous. You wouldn't do that to this creation that you're driving. Especially when you realize that this was crafted, every last cell of this body, by God. It is absolutely a work of art. Your existence is a miracle that you created as a divine being. And to talk down to it, to look down on something that you've been gifted, it's just not the way to do this. First of all, you're the creator. You chose this body. I know that'll be hard for some people to hear, especially people with profound illnesses and issues. I get it. Trust me, I get it. You often ask, why me? Why did this happen to me? And I can't answer that for you. That's something you and your higher self and God have to sort out. But the answers, trust me, the answers are there. There is a reason. There is a reason we've suffered all these calamities in our life. These difficult things that have happened to us. It's a lesson plan in separation. It's a way to understand things that can't be understood in anything but a manufactured simulation where we can experiment in things that don't have lasting damage because you're a divine being. After this life, you'll go back to source, you'll take the information you learned, and you'll take those lessons. It doesn't mean it's easy, and it's certainly not easy when you're associated with the body. But when you start to realize your divineness, your divinity, that this gift you've been given of a body in the first place. It's just the fact that you can open your eyes every day means you're one in a million. I know there's billions, but they're not all. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. You are worth everything to God. You think you're nothing. You think you're just a lowly person who's has nothing to contribute, and then one day you wake up and you realize that you did all this to yourself. You're creating it all, and you're starting to learn how to get out of it because your time has been served. You've served your time in the dark, deep places. You've shone the light there. You've learned the lessons, and it's time to wake up to what you really are. And the more I wake up to that, the more I wake up to it in other people. Even people who are still asleep. They're not asleep, they're still learning their lessons. I did a video on divine coordination and how complex this is and how intricate this lesson plan is, that we are, as one being, you, me, anyone who's watching this, are learning down here. It's incredibly complex and intricately tied together, yet when you get to the point where you are now, well, I should say I am, I hope you are, you start to realize that you can steer this. In order to be able to steer this and manifest things, you have to be in alignment. You can't be ugly, fat, any of this stuff, sick. That is not you. That is a condition placed on you to learn a lesson. And it only happens when you're out of alignment. What does that mean? When your masculine and feminine sides are out of alignment, when you're suffering energetic damage, alignment. You're balanced between the masculine and the feminine. The earthly signs. This is why tarot is built the way it is. Why do we have earth and water are feminine and fire and air are masculine? Above and below, they meet. The feminine, earthly part meets in your body. It's going to be a perfect creation. Even if you can't see it as a perfect creation, I see you as a perfect creation. I see you. You may be out of alignment. You may. You may not be done your lessons. You may have to feel some of this sickness and difficulty losing weight. Trust me, I know all of this stuff. You may be still consuming alcohol or other substances that hurt your body. Now, this is part of the plan too. Nothing is lost. Not to age, not to illness, not to anything. It's a fabrication. When you wake up to your divinity, you can start to change it, and you can start to heal things. Miraculous things. I know there's more people that are going to start getting to where I am, understanding what they're going to be capable of doing. Maybe don't quite know how to do it yet, but there's inklings and there's signs. But the gifts turn on, the manifestations turn on, the timelines you choose, the ability to choose down here turns on when you get in alignment. When you realize that you are God, you are creating all of this, and you no longer get drawn into the 3D. That will not be forced. The timing of that is absolutely divine. Like everything else here. So you have to be patient. You have to keep learning the lessons. And the only thing that's going to help you through this is to realize every time you get a setback, like I have today, there's old fears and anxieties coming up to be dealt with today. There's frustrations at the state that I have to live through. Yet, I know I've done this to myself. And the only question I have is, what do I have to learn from it? That's it. Can I learn this any faster? Can I make this a little bit easier on myself? Can I stop beating my head against a wall over this one lesson plan? Or does it just have to play itself out? But that is the only question to ask yourself. No doubts. No doubts. This is going to work. All you need to do is get in the frame of mind where you know that you're doing all this. And then you ask yourself, what's this lesson about? What am I trying to teach myself? And then just keep getting up every day. Learn the next lesson, move on to the next one. See the divinity I see in you. I get emotional every time I say that. Oh, you guys, you're so perfect. You can't see it. I wish. Like, when I look at a puppy or a child, you see nothing but perfection, right? Well, when I look at an adult now, that's what I see. I see the scared little kid, the 8-year-old. Well, they're usually too damaged, so say 12-year-old, lashing out and being conditioned and being used by a system that's designed to teach us lessons. But I see the perfection in you. I can't even not see it anymore. We're all in there. Just look into those eyes. I guess I've reached another level. And I know I can't fight these battles for you. I know I can't make you get where I'm at. All I can do is express to you how much I see in you, how much love I have for you in my heart. It's endless. I'm tired of these games that we have to live through. I want everybody else to see that in each other, because the beauty of this would be amazing. Just think of if everybody saw that, if everybody could see the scared child and didn't see this jaded adult who's had a lifetime of misery that's weighing them down. That's where they're acting from. But don't kid yourself, that scared child is in there. And as you wake up and you fall into alignment, that's the only thing you can see in anyone else anymore. When I look at my wife, I don't see anything but the beauty in her. Now, she's ascending too. And she has her moments. She has a difficult life. There's situations that are hard. But man, she handles it so well. And it just makes me emotional that that's all I can see in her. It doesn't matter if she's angry with me today. I still see the beauty. And I can't help it anymore. This goes for everyone. So I hope, I don't know where this is coming from, these tears and this emotion, but I pine for the day that this is commonplace and I'm not the only person at a work site. I hope that there's no work sites like this. I hope that the future I've envisioned and was given as a vision is what we get, because that is it. How could you fight somebody? How could you hurt anyone? How could you even say a mean word to someone if that's all you can see? Could you go around saying, if it was a bunch of 12-year-old children, would you go around and treat them like the adults that are in our lives? I think we know the answer to that. You'd understand that they don't have all the answers and that they're just learning. And that's what everybody out here is doing. Everybody, except for a handful of us. It's a daunting number of people, but also it's encouraging. You know, this goes back to my video about being on planes and being able to see auras, and then seeing the aura of the little girl who's uncontaminated, let's say, by society, and then everybody else whose aura is so shrunken and hidden. It's the same thing. But in that case, what I'm doing when I see the aura is seeing your light body, your soul. And it's suppressed. But the physical body, even though there is nothing such as matter, for the purposes of this game we're in, it is real. And the physical body is a creation of God as well. It's the God we call Gaia or Mother Earth, but it is that. And it's perfect as well. And it is not something to be treated like. It's part of you. You're an amalgamation of all of this. Mind, body, and spirit, right? Mind, body, and spirit. Two. The perfect trifecta. Mixed together. The Trinity. The Holy Trinity. Triton. Symbolism. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. How could you not see the absolute perfection in all of this if you know that God created every last living thing and every last little speck of this? How? If you truly believe that, and you're a true believer, then you should never talk disparagingly about yourself or anyone else ever again. Now, we're all human, so to speak. We're not flawed. I mean, that's a common statement, and that's bullshit. We're in no way flawed. There is no broken humans. There's only work in progress. There's only unalignment. That's it. If you have an illness, it's because of an unalignment in your system. If you have, well, any of it, that's what it is. You start getting into alignment, you start seeing the little kids out there. And then you just have empathy for everybody. Because how could you get mad at a 12-year-old? I don't know how anyone could. So, I don't know what this video is about, but hopefully it brings somebody's spirits up today. I hope you can see this. Look at yourself in the mirror and just see the perfection. Don't look for the so-called imperfections, the blemishes. Look for the perfection. It's in there. It's always been in there. And the more you live in alignment with God, in wholeness with God, the better you're going to feel, the better you will look. Ailments will start to heal themselves. This is how it goes. So I think I'll leave it there. I'm rambling. It's 18 minutes. Yeah. Just felt compelled to make this today. I hope it finds somebody, and I hope it makes you feel better. And like I always say, I hope this video finds you well, and I love you all.